Studies.
Welcome to Kids Bible Studies, guys. Today we're looking at the battle of I, or do we say AI?
Artificial intelligence.
I. So we are still looking at instructions that we are to follow. Our Christian walk is all about following instructions. Did I sit up? It's all about what? Following instructions. So who was giving the first instruction? Who have we been talking about so far? Who can remind us? Who have we been talking about? Joshua. Joshua is following from who? Who is he? Who was he working with? Who was Joshua working with? Working with Moses, right?
Hey, don't
Good
let me
job,
sit.
because you wasted time. Working with Moses. Okay. So he worked with. Okay, next time you can answer it. He worked with Moses. And what did God tell Joshua when Moses was gone?
Moses, my servant is dead.
So what did he have to do, Micaiah? His servant is there, so what did Joshua have to do?
That's why I don't lead the people.
Yes, and what else did God tell him to do?
God told him to, God showed him how to lead.
Yes, and he mentioned...
Well, he didn't show him how to lead, he just showed him what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he told him to be something. He says, be
Courageous.
strong and what? Courageous. Be strong and courageous. He told him to follow the laws. Can someone open chapter 1, verse 8 for us? That's our verse.
What chapter 1?
Joshua 1:8.
Me.
Okay, Naya.
1:8. So I got this.
Okay, have it. Okay, Micaiah.
This is the book of the law. This book of the law shall not depart from your mouth, but you shall meditate on it day and night, that you may observe to do according to all that is written in it. For then you will make your way prosperous, and then you will have good success.
That way we have what? Good success. So this book of the law should not depart from where? Our mouth. You must meditate on it day and night. What does it mean to meditate? Who can remind us what does it mean to meditate? Yes.
Work on it.
Yes, working on it and also doing what?
Reading it and repeating it.
Repeating it. What else does it mean to meditate? You can take that from here. What else does it mean to meditate on it?
Meditating on it is like thinking and
Thinking about it, right? You know how the ruminants eat?
And also looking at
The
all
ruminants
the
are the herbivores, the animals that like goats, herbivores,
oh yeah,
goats and sheep and the deer.
they go
Yes. Now when they chew, they regurgitate. Regurgitate means that
like throw up.
it goes in the tummy
I'm gonna go.
and then they bring it back up again into their mouth and then they chew it.
But
So you see them lying down after eating like hours. They'll just be lying down and the food will come back again and they chew it again.
They'll take a while.
And then they'll swallow it and it goes in and comes back again for more chewing.
they want to save me.
That's regurgitate. So that's how.
That's what penguins do.
Yeah, that's how meditating on the word is like, right? So listen here. Let's focus here. So now we have a word. You read Psalm 23. The Lord is.
My shepherd.
I shall not want. Right? He makes me.
I am green pasture.
He leads me. I can't hear you. Beside the still waters, He restores.
My soul.
Leads me in the path of. For His name's sake. So you have this, and then in the morning you read it. In the afternoon. Just now you have read it, right? Like the sheep, you swallowed it. And then in the afternoon, you don't have the Bible, you start again. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. What does that mean? The Lord is my shepherd.
Then you regurgitate.
Then you regurgitate, right? You go, the Lord is my shepherd. Then you swallow it again, and you come back. The Lord is my shepherd.
But what if you forget? What if you forget?
The more you read it, you don't forget.
But what if you forget?
Like Ephesians 6:1.
Well, that means dinosaurs regurgitate.
Obey
Because
the
dinosaurs,
Lord.
like the Triceratops, they are herbivores.
So all you need to do is what? Keep reminding yourself. All right, let's go back quickly to what we are going to do today. So what is the first battle Joshua has won so far? Who can remind us? He has won a battle, yes, Jada?
He won the Jericho.
Yeah, so
And AI.
no, he has done Jericho. We're going to look at AI. So the walls of Jericho came down. How did he succeed in bringing down the walls of Jericho? What did he need to do, Micaiah? What did he need to do?
He needed, first he needed to be strong and humble, and very strong and not tired, not lazy.
Yes, and
to
what
do
instructions was he given? I want to remember the instructions.
the instructions he was given were to walk around the walls each day once, except the last day when you walk around it 7 times.
Yes.
And you have to march around it once and then go back to.
Yeah. And on the 7th time, what did they have to do?
I had scream.
They had to shout or
So
scream.
they had
right?
to work 7 times. 7 times.
7 times, and the 7th time they blew the trumpet and they shout, right? So they had to follow instructions. And who gave the instructions?
Joshua.
Who gave Joshua the instructions on how to win the battle?
Moses.
No.
God.
No.
Jesus.
Moses.
The Lord.
Someone appeared to Joshua.
Oh,
That angel, the commander of the army of the Lord, that we said that could be Jesus. Yes, that could be Jesus, because he said he's the commander of the army of the Lord. And then Joshua asked, now listen, and Joshua asked him, what did Joshua ask him when he came? What did Joshua ask the angel?
Are you for me or are you with me?
Are you for them or with us? Are you for me? Are you for or against us? And the angel
are
said
you
what?
full? Are you,
And the angel said what? Neither I, as the commander of the Lord, I've what? I've come. So now there's a second battle Joshua was going to face. The people of Ai, or Ai. Now, in this battle, in the first battle, God gave them the instruction. So in the second battle, what do you do again?
listen to this.
You go pray and get more instructions on how to do it, right? Now you know what happened? The men of the city came and told Joshua, hey, the people of Ai, they are very small. It's a few people. You don't need all the soldiers to show up. Just a few soldiers and we'll clean the whole town. Neat, pretty, beautiful. You're going to wipe the floor with these guys. They are just a few guys. So just go with a few soldiers. And then Joshua, what should Joshua have done? What should he have done?
He should have listened.
He should have said, okay, let me just go pray about it. And tomorrow I'll let you know whether what they're saying is true. Joshua said, oh, is that so? So, oh yes, all right. Then take a few men. So he took a few men with them.
And come back to that.
And they went for the battle. And those guys were beaten up. They were whipped. They were defeated miserably. And I think even some of them died.
What's this?
You see, that was a sword they used.
What do you mean they
spear.
whipped?
Yeah, they probably, some of them probably
So
died.
I think about 30 of them died. If we read the text very soon.
How
Some of
did
them
they
actually died.
get whipped?
And then they came back and said, how did we get defeated? What happened?
Wait, that's I don't think the commanders fight. They just like.
Yeah, they direct. How? And you know what happened? You know why they
It's
lost?
like soccer then, because you're like the director and then
Yeah.
you play the game.
You know how, but the soldiers, the commanders also have to fight. You are in the forefront. You just direct them. Go this way and go that way, and you lead them. Now you know how. You know what happened? When they went to Jericho, there was an instruction. I told you that every instruction is important. The instruction was that after the battle in Jericho, every good thing that you find is for the Lord. The gold, what other things do you think they will get picked up from the war? When they go for war, what things will they find?
Sheep, goats.
Sheep, the goats, the
meat.
silver. Everything that they found that was
I
valuable.
don't think they're vegetarian.
Yeah. They were supposed to give it to God. It means that don't touch it. If you see gold, you see some diamonds, you see some purple clothing, all the beautiful things, that was their first fruit. Take it to the house of the Lord. Do not take it for yourself. Then nobody should touch it. And one man called Achan, in chapter 7, right? Read it for us. Chapter 7, verse 1.
The people of Israel did not obey the Lord. There was a man from the
Tribe.
of Judah named Achan. He was the son of Carmi and
Grandson of
grandson of
Zimri.
And Zimri was the son of Zariah.
Okay.
Achan kept some of the things that
Were to be given
to the Lord. So the Lord became very angry the Israelites.
All right, thank you, Anaya. So those things were supposed to be kept for who? For the Lord. You can't take your hand from your hair. And then what did he do? He kept it for himself.
Mine.
He said it's mine. Was it his?
No. But did he dig it up and then put it in there?
Yeah. So Joshua went to find out, God, why did you let them defeat us? Joshua was so mad. God, why did you let this little town defeat us? Why did... God said, somebody among you did not obey my voice. So just the one person can stop these ears and stop all that. One person, just the one thing that he did not, the one person not obeying, you know what happened? What happened to one person disobeying?
He died.
People had to die because Achan did not obey. They lost a battle just because one person.
And the Lord got very mad at the Israelites.
Yes, got very, very mad at them. Said, these people do not obey me. They are not going to win this battle. Right? And they lost. So, Joshua.
God didn't have to make them like die.
You have to listen. You have to listen. Okay? Then the Lord said to Joshua, take the whole army with you. Okay, so now Joshua's men sent from Jericho, which is Abed, to the east of Bethel. And the Lord told them, go up and spy the region. The men returned and decided that they could take the city with only a few thousand men.
Few thousand.
So they could take the city with a few. Are you paying attention? So what's all this scratching and things are doing? They could take it with what? A few thousand men. However, their attack failed. God told Joshua that it was because one Israelite had violated God's command. When Joshua confronted the people, Achan confessed, plundering Jericho. He and his family were stoned to death.
By who?
The wages of sin is what? It's death.
Wait, who did he get stoned by? Who did he get stoned by?
Who did he get stoned by? The Israelites stoned him for letting them be defeated. So if you disobey the law in those days,
Who stoned them?
the people of Israel did that.
Wait, so
Huh?
So Joshua did?
No,
A group of people will be selected to go and stone them.
wait, so they use like the rocks that we have at school, like those big rocks.
Yes.
Not
stone
like
them.
the big ones, like the small. Like,
Well, I don't know the exact size, but then the Bible says that he was stoned to death.
The one who needs to go.
Yeah. They picked them and they stoned them to
You have
death.
to be really
And that was
strong.
their law. Like now, people ask to be taken to prison or someone will be taken to the firing squad.
like
They have a electric chair or something. If you murder someone, people have died because of what he did. People have. It was like he has killed the people who went to the battle because he should have listened. See, so when we say listen to instructions, you listen. God gives the instruction. Also, as for me, I feel like doing this. Well, I don't feel like going to save some of the food because, hey, God says don't touch it. Well,
I mean, like.
then you do what you like. Achan, God said nobody should touch it, so you don't touch it. That's it. Okay.
Until
This is just a little goal. This is a little goal. I'm just gonna hide it. And he went to dig his house. He dug the ground, dug deep, covered it, and then did anybody save anything? Nope. We all won the Battle of Jericho. Yay, we won. Good job. And we've taken all the gold to the house of God. Good job. Everybody was happy. Everybody went to bed. Nothing.
Sure.
Now we're going to the next battle. Sure. Let's go for the next battle. They went in and they died. Oh. God would not know. God said they found out that it was Achan. So let's make sure when there's an instruction, we all follow. Okay? Now let's look at the story. So Achan has been gotten rid of. Now we are going to the battle. The Lord said to Joshua, do not be afraid. Take the whole army with you and go up and attack Ai. God says what? Take the what?
Whole army.
The whole army. Not one, not 20, not a few thousand, but what? The whole army.
Wait,
so if God has told you to take the whole army, are you going to take half of the army?
I mean, if you have the army, what is the other hand going to do?
Yeah. Are you going to take the half? Are you going to take a quarter of the army, Anaya? God said take the whole army. What does the whole army mean? Everybody should go.
Single
Okay?
person.
For I have delivered into your hand the king of Ai, his people, his city, and the land. You shall go to Ai and his king, and as you did to Jericho and his king, except that you may carry off their plunder and livestock for yourselves. This time God says what? You can carry off the plunder for yourselves. So when I go and I find 50 cows, it's all mine. So I find a bag of gold, it's mine. So now Achan has missed out big time on this one. Right? Because this is the time he could have picked a whole bag of gold, but he rushed and died early. So this time God says that what? The plunder is yours. Set ambush behind the city. The instruction, stop the biting and all that. Stop that. Now he says that set ambush where? Behind the city.
Wait, but why did you give it to the Lord?
If you give the Lord, that's fine. God will bless you too. So Joshua and the whole army moved out to attack Ai. He chose 30,000 of his best fighters and men and sent them out in the night with these orders. Listen carefully. What did he say? Listen carefully. You have to set an ambush behind the city. How many men did he send to for the ambush? 30,000. 30,000.
Is that the whole time group?
No, just 30,000. Don't go far from it.
230,000.
And all of you be on alert. Listen, I and those with me will advance on the city, and when the men come out against us as they did before,
What about the
we will
kids?
flee. Listen, the kids did not go for war. We will flee from them.
What?
They will pursue us until we have lured them away from the city. So Joshua says that, all right, this is what we are going to do. Let me show you.
Why do you do with the
This
kids?
is what we are going to do, right? So Anaya is an ambush. Micaiah is
What's an ambush?
ambush means you're hiding behind. So hide behind here.
It's kind of like ambush.
All right, you're going to attack. You're going to attack this. So JD, Micaiah is coming up. So Micaiah approach. Micaiah is coming. Come. And then Judah, you go and attack Judah. So these are the people of Ai. And then go and attack again. And Micaiah start running, attack him. And then come on. JD is gone. Come on. Now pick all JD's items. Pick everything. Now JD, you try coming back. And then another army comes to meet you. Now JD is stuck in the middle. And then they destroy the people of Ai. And then they destroyed it. So you see how God showed them a simple instruction. Sit down. Thank you. A very simple instruction. And Ai was destroyed. Right? I left his items going to fight part of the Israelites, and there was an ambush. When he tried coming back, he was attacked again. He said, "Oh no, I'm doomed."
I'm like, oh no, I'm really good.
Yeah.
That's not a fun story.
Well,
The funny way.
yeah, so I was sitting down, relaxing. Then he sees the Israelites coming. I'm going to attack them again. And he gets up running and going to attack. And then Joshua also starts running, so he's chasing them. Then they turn around, coming to attack him. Then he looks back and the city is on fire. He said, "No, I need to go back home for my stuff." When he tries going back, the army comes to meet him. He's like, "Okay, no, I don't need my items. I'm going away." And when he tries going away, Joshua is meeting him there. When he goes this way, then "No, I'm doomed. I give up." They were all destroyed. So in a very short battle, the battle came to an end. We will pursue us until we have lured them out of the city. They are running away from us as they did. So when you will flee from them, you are to rise up from the ambush like Anaya did and take the city. The Lord your God will give it into your
It's like
hand.
hide and seek when someone's looking the other way, but
Yeah.
you move.
Once the ambush was set, Joshua and the men advanced on Ai. The king led the army out of the city to challenge them. When Israel fled, Ai's army pursued them. So when Israel was running, like Micaiah was running, Ai was chasing them around. They forgot to take care of their home. Then the Lord said to Joshua, "Hold out towards Ai the javelin in your hand." So Joshua said, "Go and attack," like I told Anaya. Anaya, come out and go. So then the ambush, as soon as he did that, the men in the ambush quickly rose from their position and rushed towards the city. Right? And Jeddah was gone. He picked all Jeddah's items.
No, my
Now listen, when entered the city. Listen, when they entered the city and captured it quickly, they set it on fire. So they set the whole. So you can't. The dad will come back and the couch is burnt. He has nothing left, right? Because he was going to chase the Israelites from the other side. Okay. Now listen here. When Joshua and all the men saw the ambush had taken the city and the smoke was up from the city, they turned around. So you see that Micaiah was running. Once Micaiah saw that he was on fire, he's like, okay, now I'm going to turn around and attack. When he turned around, the people were trying to go back to their city to steal.
I was trying to make him not see that.
Yeah, exactly. So Micaiah was trying to not let you see what's going to happen, right? That's a smart move.
I was trying to make him not see what was happening over here, so that's how
Yeah, and while he was chasing Micaiah like a decoy, while he's chasing you, the house was burning. And then when he looks back and says his house is burning, then you turn around that now you're going to attack him. Right?
So that's how. Had to where he's like, Gizmo was always the decoy. He's like, why do I have to be the decoy?
The Israelites returned to Ai and killed. And what did they do? They killed.
I just brought an apple. Can I come down here, please?
Come on, stand. They're wrapping up.
I want to do like. I want to say that. Okay, so want to?
What do you want to do?
And it's like, and I go. I'm just kidding. Get over here!
Come and stand. Let's wrap up. And then you try coming back. It was too late, right? The stars were gone. All right, so let's look here. Then the Israelites returned to Ai and killed everyone in it. Okay, he hung the king of Ai on a tree and left him until evening. At sunset, Joshua ordered to take his body down and throw it into the entrance of the city gate. Let's listen. One man's disobedience leads to the punishment of the entire Israel nation. Okay?
So it's like if someone does it, then they ruin it for everybody.
Ruin it for everybody. Okay? One person makes a mistake, he ruins for everybody. So we have to all be on our guard to do what is right.
Joe Biden, so that's like Joe Biden. Joe Biden makes a mistake. Then
the whole America is destroyed.
Every person.
The president,
makes mistakes.
in your home, so the president makes a mistake, it affects the entire nation. The governor makes a mistake, it affects the state. The mayor makes a mistake, it affects the city. Okay, and then if the dad and the mom make a mistake, it affects the entire household. Okay, so we all have
if the kids make a mistake, the babies make a mistake.
Yeah.
And the babies make a mistake.
The death of Achan and his family serves as a warning that God requires total devotion and obedience. God cannot be deceived. Galatians 6:7 talks about the fact that do not be deceived, for God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, so he shall reap. Achan sowed deception and lies, and he reaped death. Okay, so this is the end of our series. Another series on God ordering our steps and also doing what? Following what? Instructions. Okay? Following instructions.
Also,
God bless you. Yes, so these are lessons. When the parents give you simple instructions, you might not understand it. It might not make sense, but what do you do?
Like when that always says, what do you mean?
Yeah, you just follow.
Wait, but if it doesn't make sense, how you know what to do?
God gives the instructions. That's marching around the walls of Jericho. I want to defeat Jericho, but God says march around it. You don't know what is going to happen. You know, you just have to follow the instructions. Naaman was told to swim in the pool, was dipped down in the pool how many times?
7 times.
And what happened?
Yeah, I didn't want to. It's out. Someone tried to encourage him.
Encourage them. Just go ahead and do it. Just obey. You know. So children, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father
And mother.
for this is the first commandment with what?
Promise.
A promise. Okay, let's say it again. Ephesians 6:1. Children, everybody, obey your parents in the Lord, for this is right. Honor your father and mother. This is the first commandment, the promise that you may live long on this earth that God has given to us. Amen. That we might live long. You want to live long? Achan did not live long, but he did not obey the instructions.
I mean, if you live like that long, not like long, they live like there for like.
Yeah. So the instruction is to obey. So you do what? You live long. All right.
100 years.
God bless you all for coming. God bless you for joining us. It's been Case Bible Studies going through the battle of Ai. Eventually, they defeated them because they followed the instructions. Joshua went with the laws of God. I pray that you are all following instructions at home. Obey your parents. And until next time, he said, make sure you read your Bible, everybody, and pray every day. We love you. Bye.
Bye.
Make sure you like, subscribe, share. Okay? Let's pray. Want to pray?